Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Don't Haze Me Bro out of Waters End Brewery from Lake Ridge, Virginia. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we're drinking and reviewing. Thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time, we definitely appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. If you're back for more, we appreciate that even more. With me, as always, is Jay and Andy in the attic. I am Ben. What are we drinking today, gentlemen?
Be hazing me, bro. Come on. This is Waters End Brewery. So it's a cool one. Let's get cracking and drinking.
All right.
Was this a crowler or
Yeah. Well, that's how they do their beer. Yes.
I didn't get a very exuberant opening. Okay, that looks better. I feel better about this.
A little carbonation there.
I was worried there was no carbonation.
Yeah. Mine, yeah, because they were crowlers, the way that they sealed them, it has
When I
that
opened
that
it, it
smaller
didn't,
pop top. Yeah.
yeah, it didn't give me a good, but now that I see this, I'm pleased.
Oh, it's carbonated.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. You
It's on the
like, huh?
verge of pungence. It's great.
uh,
Cheers, mates.
cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's interesting. So this is a juicy IPA, 7.0%. It's got Citra and Mosaic hops. And I didn't find much else online about them. Waters End Brewery out of Lake Ridge, Virginia. They were founded or I don't know when they were founded. They're a nano brewery, so they
They're
tiny.
small.
They've got multiple I guess tap rooms in cities in Virginia, but they really didn't have a lot of information. This is all I could find.
Yeah, so
It
they just opened. I picked these up in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So they had just opened a second tap room location there. It was more. It's a really cool building. It's like the old Fredericksburg Square. So it's an old brick building, and it has the brewery is the main attraction there, but they have it as like an event center where they can host luncheons or parties. They have all these different rooms, and then they also lease out a hot fried chicken type place too, where you can go get food and bring it into the brewery. So I think they do a lot of chicken and waffles and things like that. But this was, I guess, their second location, the first time serving beer there. I don't know that they brew the beer at that location. I think it's just like you mentioned. It's brewed in the other location that you mentioned to start, and they bring it in. But a very cool facility. Had like almost like that formal DC feel where you walk into a federal building and it's got the nice floors and the high ceilings and chandeliers and
marble and
yeah,
granite.
that type
Yeah.
thing.
So it's
um,
not the whole industrial vibe of
No, this is
most of
the
the tap rooms and breweries today.
right,
Yeah.
but they're using it for to be that multi-purpose facility because it has these big event rooms in the back that you could rent for Christmas parties or birthday parties or things like that. So really kind of cool, and it's in downtown Fredericksburg, so they have a really cool downtown little area. Uh, you can walk to all the different restaurants and shops, and the breweries right there. The hotel that I stayed in was right there too, so it was just a block down the road.
Nice.
So
I'm trying to pick out. There's like a non-fruity flavor to this, and I cannot, some type of spice or herb that feel to it, and I don't know what it is. It's not
But
a
it's that
bad
twang.
thing, but
The twang.
It's that twang that Ben
no,
doesn't like at all. So we already know where Ben's rating is.
there's no twang in a liquid. A twang is in an accent, a voice, a sound. Tang is in a taste.
Blood orange.
It could be a citrus peel.
But it's not bitter. It's almost like
I'm with Jay though. It does taste a little
herbal.
ill-y.
I'm
Yeah.
getting like an herbal, like a spice, not like a spicy, but just like a more salty on the saltier
Yeah.
range. It's like, what is that? Not bad, but it's just like just a little flair. So don't haze me, bro. I thought was a great name for a beer. And then when I was looking up, there's a bunch of breweries that have a "Don't Haze Me, Bro"
Yeah.
on there. Uh, and then I was curious, and like, because for those in the know, "Don't Haze Me, Bro" is based on the video that we all saw of "Don't Tase Me, Bro," the guy getting detained by police, and it said "Don't Tase Me, Bro." God, can y'all guess how old that is?
14 years.
Jay, did you
20?
say 30 years?
Is it
Let's just
20?
remember, how like no, yeah, Ben, you're actually the closest. 2007.
Okay.
So
16 years.
16.
it
You're close,
was
Ben.
I was
Yes.
like, yeah, 12 years maybe. No, man, that thing I guess I was here, but don't tase me, bro. We're old.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Ain't got no hair left. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do wonders with your wig, Andy. I mean,
What's
they
gonna
do
happen
such
to
a great
me?
job. Such a great job. I'm just jealous.
Yeah, that thing
I
doesn't
need to get
move.
that number. Yeah. I love it when you go get a haircut,
It doesn't seem to move or grow or do anything. It's
Yeah.
always the same
It
length
does
and in the
grow. Look at
same
the
place.
videos. It changes.
Doesn't change.
Oh,
Hadn't
it's
changed a bit.
I mean,
I'll just do like a
Ben, so we can see
yeah.
like up here,
Yeah,
and he
it
has to
grows
match
out and
that
grow
down.
out,
I liked your COVID look.
Beard down here. Yeah.
Just like you put your mask on and it was like
Yeah.
being consumed by your face and beard.
Yeah. That's what I was going
Word.
for sure. I picked the best time to grow a big beard previous to COVID. I did not have a beard. So anyway, back to Don't Haze Me, bro. Let's get this
Yeah, don't
train back on the
yeah.
tracks. That's the problem with old people. We get off on tangents, right? So
Squirrel.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jay, you've had this one. Andy,
Mhm.
I know that you have not. I have not. I'll go first. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Andy. There is something extra in this beer that is really hard to pick out. It just doesn't. I've tasted it in other beers before. The one that comes to mind when I tasted this one, even though it's not an IPA, is the Belhaven Brewery, the Scottish Ale that we had. It's in the blue label.
Not to be confused with the Wee Heavy.
No, just not the Wee Heavy, but the Scottish Ale. That flavor that is hard to put your finger on, or that I can't really identify, is for me. It's very similar in the two beers, even though they're two different styles of beer. Whatever that spice flavor is, to me, it's they're either really close or they're the same. It's a little more subdued in this, and I think that this one's okay for me. Is it juicy? You know, it's not bitter, but that twang that I'm gonna use that word there is what you know. Again, when I can't put my finger on something, and it's just a flavor that I'm not real fond of, but it's not off putting either. It's just somewhere in the middle. I'll bring my score down. I'm gonna shut up and get my number here. It is gonna be a 6 for me.
Well, I don't want, and I feel I'm being influenced by the previous beer that we reviewed, but the more I drink it, I'm like, is that like a garlicky onion taste to it? Because we were trying to search for that in our last review, and I was like, the more I drink this, I'm like, it tastes more that this flavor is more of a savory flavor, so it's not sweet, but it's not pungent. It's more on the salt scale. I am okay with it. It's not. It doesn't detract from the beer. It's a great beer. I really like it. I trying to think. I would definitely have it again. I'm going to give this guy a 7.0. It's easy drinking. It's not heavy. It's good beer.
All right,
And
Jay, you've had it. You brought it back for us. What you think?
This one's aged a little bit, so that might have contributed to whatever twang you're getting, or whatever different aspect you're tasting there, Andy. When it
some
is
flocculence, actually,
when it is cold and on draft and fresh, it's got a lot better, smoother flavor, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it when I had it in the brewery, or the tap room, not necessarily the brewery, but their tap room there. Tried several of their different beers. This one to me is easy drinking, like Andy said. It's not juicy like we're used to having a lot of juicy things, or really hazy. It's more kind of on the milder side of that, for sure. I like it. I'll still give it a 7.5, just like I did in the past. It's easy going for me.
Yeah, I want to expand a little bit on what Andy said, that we talked about a previous beer we had reviewed real recently, and that talked about having garlic in it. I mean, maybe that's it. That when you said that was like, it tastes kind of like almost like a garlic salt, like that you would put on a steak or something. That's kind of that's really close, I think. So
influence you, but I was like, I didn't find it in the last beer that it said it had it, but then when drinking this, like, is garlic a taste that is actually in some beers?
Are you sure you didn't swap the notes on the
last
couple of beers? I mean,
my research could have been off.
Yeah. Because if you did, I think that makes a little more sense now, especially for this one. So
they're on the same page.
Oh, that's it. There you go. That's the problem.
Yes, garlic is absolutely a flavor that people pull out in some of their beers. So, and perhaps garlic salt, this might be a great beer to have with a steak. Who knows?
That's going to be a 6.8 for the Don't Haze Me, Bro, out of Waters End Brewery.
Lake Ridge, Virginia.
I mean, I wasn't going to say where it was from. I was just going to kind of go, into my flow. But now that that's broken, check that out if you get a chance to. I'm not stopping. And definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell if you found what we're doing here interesting at all. Check us out on social media. Links are below in the description. As we would say sometimes in this, Come say hey in Discord. We got our own Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. Trying to get all this in. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
He's finally done. There we go.
I've got a lot of beer left.
Wang.
It's garlic.